Today you are going to take the Topic 6 review. Please make sure that you are reading really carefully, and after each question, before you solve it, go ahead and pause the video and try to do it on your own before you watch what I've done. Also, please make sure that you write down everything that I do. Number 1, Jason and his three... Let's try that again. Jason and his three brothers want to buy a gift for their mother. They have $314 saved. Each of them will save $17 a week until they have at least $515 for her gift. We want to find out how much money will they save after 3 weeks, and will they have enough money to buy the gift? Before you can answer this, you kind of need to go back and read through it and pick out what you need. So first of all, we have Jason and his three brothers. That tells me right there that there are actually 4 people, because we have Jason plus his 3 brothers. And they've already saved $314. They need a total of $515. And since they've already saved $314, I know that I need to subtract that. I also know that each of them are going to save $17 a week. So there's 4 people who are saving $17 a week. And we want to know how much money they will save after 3 weeks, and if they will have enough. So for our hidden questions, the first one is, how many people are there? The next hidden question is, how much have they already saved? And how much will they have left after they subtract what they have already saved? In part B, we need to write equations that can be used to answer our hidden questions. So we know that there are 4 people who are going to save money. And if we take the money that we need for her gift, which is $515, and we subtract the money that they've already saved, which is $314, we are left with $201 that they need to save. Now, if they're each going to save $17 a week for 3 weeks, now we need to find out if that's going to be enough to cover the $201. For my first equation, I multiplied 17 times 4. Because they're going to save $17 a week and there are 4 of them. So in 1 week, they're going to save $68. Now it's asking, though, how much, if I go back up to the question, how much will they save after 3 weeks? So now I need to multiply 68 times 3. And $68 that they're going to earn in 1 week times 3 weeks is $204. And since they only need $201, then yes, they will definitely save enough. They will even have $3 to spare. I know this question is really confusing, but when you get a question like this, just read through it carefully and pick out the parts that you know. It is okay if you need to read it 3, 4, 5 times. Just try to figure out the hidden questions and remember to really look at the actual question and see what it is asking you. I wrote down here that yes, they will definitely save enough because $204 is greater than the $201 that they need. Now let's look at number 2. A kangaroo can jump 6 times the length of its body. For a kangaroo that is 5 feet long, select all the equations that can find how many feet F the kangaroo can jump. So we know, since it is 6 times, and we need to think that a kangaroo can jump 6 times the length of its body. We know we need to multiply 6 times 5. So I'm going to write down that 6 times 5 equals 30. So F is going to equal 30. Now let's look at our choices. If F equals 30, does 30 divided by 6 equal 5? Yes, it does. So this one will work. Okay? What about this one? Is 6 times 30 going to equal 5? No, it does not. So that one does not work. What about if F is 30, if it's 5 times 30 going to equal 6? Nope, that one's not going to work. Here we have 6 times 5 is F, which is 30, so that one will work. What about this one? Is 6 minus 30 going to equal 5? No. So we have our two answers. F divided by 6 equals 5, and 6 times 5 equals F. Number 3. Mitchell wants to beat the record for the most points scored in a season. This season, he has scored 51 points. If he scores 27 points at each of the next 7 games, he will break the record by 1 point. How many total points will break the record by 1 point? So ultimately, we want to find out how many total points will break the record by 1 point. We also know that he has already scored 51 points. If we look at this bar diagram right here, we need to find out how many points he will score if he scores 27 points at each of the next 7 games. It has kind of set it up for you already. So if we count the boxes over here, we're going to have 7 times 27 equals P. So if we multiply that, if we do 27 times 7, we know 7 times 7 is 49. Put your 9, regroup your 4. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 4 more is 18. So P is going to equal 180. P equals 189. Now we need to figure out the next part of the problem. We are going to place our 189 over here. So now we need to add 189 plus 51. 9 plus 1 is 10, regroup your 1. 8 plus 5 is 13, plus 1 more is 14, regroup your 1. So 240. So 189 plus 51 equals M, and M is going to equal 240. Mitchell will break the record by 1 point if he scores a total of 240 points. Therefore, the record before that was 239 points. Number 4. Select all the sentences that describe a comparison using multiplication. Well, we have here 9 is 3 times as many as P. Absolutely, because it says times as many. Then we have 27 is more than R. Well, no, that one's not going to work because it says more than. Then we have a bus can travel 3 times as fast as a boat. That one would also work because it says times as fast as. The next one, it costs $D for 9 packages. This one is not using a comparison, so it will not work. And our last one, we have there are 4 times as many girls as boys. Since it says times as many, it is using multiplication to compare. Let's look at number 5. We need to place more than if we're going to be adding or subtracting, and we need to place times as many if we're multiplying or dividing. So 45 is 9 times 5, right? So it would be times as many. Let's look at the second one. We have 120 is 68 blank 52. Are we going to multiply 68 by 52 to get 120? No, we are not. we are going to add 68 plus 52 to get 120. So therefore, our answer is going to be more than. The next one, 86 is 12 blank 74. Do we multiply 12 times 74 to get 86? Nope, that would not make sense. So this one is also going to be more than, because 12 plus 74 is 86. And then for our last one, we know that 3 times 11 is 33. So 33 is 3 times as many as 11. So just think about what you have to do to the two numbers to get the first number. If you have to multiply or divide, it's going to be times as many. If you have to add or subtract, it's going to be more than. Now we're going to do almost the same thing on number 6. It says, Miguel wrote a list of expressions and a list of solutions. We need to draw lines to match the expression with the solution. So 4 times as many as 8. Well, 4 times 8 is 32. Here we have 38 is 3 times as many as t. We know that 48 is going to be the bigger number, so we need to divide. If we divide 48, let's try it. 48 divided by 3. 3 goes into 4 once. 3 times 1 is 3. Subtract, bring down your 8. 3 goes into 18 6 times. So this one would go with 16. Now let's try 17 times 5, or 5 times 17. 7 times 5 is 35. Regroup your 3. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. So we have 85. And 35 as many as p is 210. Well, if you would multiply it out, if we did 35 times 6, 5 times 6 is 30. Regroup your 3. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 3 more would be 21. So that one would work out as well. For this problem, you do not have to solve it. You just have to read it and try to understand which equation goes with it. So Darcy ordered 7 boxes of red balloons and 2 boxes of blue balloons for a party. She ordered a total of 1,125 balloons. Which equation does not tell how many balloons are in each box? To solve this problem, and just like the one on your test, just remember that the total number is going to be 1,125. Therefore, A would work because we don't know how many balloons are in a box, but we know our total is going to equal 1,125. B would work because we are dividing and we are starting out with that same number. C would work because once again we are ending up with 1,125. But D would not work because we are multiplying 1,125 by 9 when our answer cannot be greater than 1,125. Number 8. Choose yes or no to tell if 9 will make each sentence true. These are ones you're just going to have to multiply out. So if we have 18 times 9, well, we know 8 times 9 is 72. Regroup your 7. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 7 is 16, 162. So yes, that one would work. Now it's asking if 20 times 9 is 189. Well, I know that 20 times 9, 2 times 9 is 18. That's going to be 180. So no, that's not going to work. So now we're going to find out, is 9 times as many as 16, 145? So just multiply 16 times 9. 9 times 6 is 54. Regroup your 5. 9 plus 1, times 1 is 9, plus 5 is 14. It would be 144, not 145. So that one would also be a no. And 315 is the product, which is the answer to a multiplication problem, of 9 times 35. 9 times 5 is 45. Regroup your 4. 9 times 3 is 27. 28, 29, 30, 31. So 315. So yes, that one would work. Number 9. Select all the expression. Sorry, I'm going to erase that. I thought I had my highlighter on. There we go. Select all the expressions that are equal to the product of 14 and 9. Well, we know that 14 times 9, and you don't even have to do this, but I'm going to do this for you to help. 14 times 9. 4 times 9 is 36. Regroup your 3. 9 times 1 is 9. Plus 3 more is 12. It's 126. Just in case you wanted to know that. Well, 2 times 7 is 14 plus 9. That one's not going to work. Because 2 plus 7 is 14, and 14 plus 9 is not going to be 126. 9 times as many as 14? Yes, that one would work. Also, 14 times 9. 14 more than 9, that's not going to work. And 9 less than 14, that's not going to work. Number 10. Maggie collected 63 pounds of paper for recycling. Carl collected 9 pounds. We want to know how many times as many pounds did Maggie collect than Carl. Well, I know that we have Maggie and we have Carl. Maggie collected more. And if Maggie collected 63 pounds and Carl collected 9, we need to divide to find out how many times as many. And your answer would be 7, because 7 times 9 is 63. So we have 7. All right, now we're going to move on to the performance task on page 363. Ski jumping. Jackie did some research on ski jumping after she watched the Winter Olympics. Jump distances usually describe ski jumps. The ski jump diagram illustrates a ski jump. The ski jumping table provides distances for an intermediate and advanced jump. Number 1. Jackie wants to find out the total length of the ski jump hill and the height of the intermediate jump. What is the total length of the ski jump hill on an intermediate jump? We need to draw a bar diagram and write and solve an equation to represent the problem. Does the situation use addition or multiplication to compare? So if we're looking at the ski jump hill on intermediate, well, here's intermediate, and we're looking for the length. And it says it is 3 times the jump difference. I can see that the jump difference is 297 feet. So my equation is going to be 297 times 3 to find the length. If I'm going to draw a bar diagram, here's my bar diagram. I'm going to separate it into 3 parts, right? And 297 is going to be in each part. We know that we are using multiplication, so now let's multiply 297 times 3. Well, I know 3 times 7 is 21. Regroup my 2. I have 27, 28, 29. Regroup my 2 again. 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 2 more is 8. So it's going to equal 891 feet. And then we would just put 891 up here. Let's look at part B. Part B is asking, what is the height of an intermediate jump? We need to write and solve an equation, and we want to know if the situation uses addition or multiplication to compare. So now we're looking at the height. So the height is 38 feet more than the jump difference. We have to look back up at the chart, and the jump difference is 297 feet. So this time we need 38 more. So we have 297 plus 38 feet. So if we add them, we have 297 plus 38. This is a 9 in the middle right here. Well, 7 plus 8 is 15. Regroup your 1. 9 plus 3 is 12. Plus 1 more is 13. Regroup your 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So our answer is 335 feet. You do not need to do the back of this page. Instead, look over everything that we've done, circle any questions that you are still confused on, and go ahead onto your Pearson link from my website and do the Practice 6 assessment, which will be listed under your assignments. It will say Topic 6 Assessment. I will be there tomorrow to answer any questions that you have before the test.